not gonna cower, I'm not gonna flinch, I'm not gonna run from this.
Come on.
I will
What's up? Hey, how's everybody doing this morning? Come on now. It's Tuesday, Jeff and Melinda live.
Good morning!
I'm Jeff. That's Melinda. And we
That's
are hanging out
right.
with you. What's
Yes,
up, Catherine Webb?
good morning.
How are you, Nancy
Hello.
and James? Paula.
Hello!
Paula, great Easter picture on Sunday. Loved seeing your family. Really, really amazing
Cherise,
to
Linda,
have been a part
Kara,
of like all your kids growing up. You think about the
Nancy,
Shalines
Trisha.
and
Hang on, I'm
they're
getting
growing
all
up.
everybody's-
Kara, what's going on? Tom Salvati, what's up, my man?
Somebody.
Yes,
Where
yes,
you
yes.
watching from?
Where's
Mike?
people at on this fine
Hey,
Tuesday?
yo, Joe.
What's going on?
Okay,
What's going on, Joe?
What was it you were saying? Ernest! Oh my gosh, he had a funny post.
What was I saying about what?
I'm going to share this. Share.
Cindy,
Sharing is caring.
how are you?
Hi, Cindy.
Are you sharing is caring?
Yes.
Likes and shares, people. Likes and
The
shares.
gospel out.
Shelly
Good news
Johnson.
out. Shelly.
What's going
Is
on?
it snowing? Is it sunny?
In Montana?
Ooh, yeah.
I mean, it pretty much snows in July there, doesn't it?
Does it really?
No.
Oh.
Just making that up.
Mike.
What's up, Mike Walker? How are you?
Hello. Sunny, sunny.
Bryce, how
Oh,
are you?
Sunny. Good morning.
Yes, good to see everybody all tuning in, getting
Okay,
it on a
Chelan.
Tuesday.
Cindy, they're in Chelan.
That sounds amazing.
Wow,
I love me some
Good
Chelan.
morning.
Absolutely
What a
love some
champion.
Chelan.
All right.
Good,
Okay, what were you
good.
saying about Paula?
I was saying that, like I saw their
Yeah,
Easter
so, yeah.
picture. I saw their Easter picture from the photo booth at church, and like we have been there like at every stage, and all of their boys are like getting as tall as Paula. Like everybody's just like growing up. It's like they're raising trees over there in that house. It's true though, man. It's amazing. So good.
Raising trees.
So good. So good. So, man, we hope everybody had a great Easter. We didn't do a show yesterday, partly because I was just like,
It's called the Easter hangover. Is that what they call it?
I think it felt like the Easter
Yeah.
hangover.
Levi is taller than Paula.
Not
is.
like
Oh my
from the typical
Hangover.
but the Easter one.
Not tipping back hangover. And it ain't from the deviled eggs. Babe, those are amazing.
You got to change the name.
No.
You got to.
And someone, Shannon, Matt,
You got to change
Thomas.
the name. What's up, Thomas? How are you?
So somebody
Shannon
said
Hill.
they call them angel eggs. And I thought, I tried to do that, but it just seemed so, I couldn't do it. Like, I don't know why they're called deviled. I need to look that up. I need to Google it.
That's about as bad as this dad joke right here.
Okay.
Dad, can you put the dogs out? Dad says, I didn't know he was on fire. That is about as bad as that dad joke. Worst dad joke ever right there. Worst one.
That's bad.
Worst one ever. But hey, so, y'all, I want to kind of...
You know what else?
What?
Sometimes if you have a middle school girl, she tends to borrow your makeup.
Yeah, that
The
happened.
good stuff.
That happened.
She has her own stuff.
Yeah.
But she took my stuff on Easter and then she left it on accident.
Yeah, a long ways away.
Yeah, a long ways away. So
But you
I
look
have
fantastic
all
today. You look
wonderful,
fantastic.
It pays to give your daughter good leftover makeup.
Right. Good. Smart.
Oh no.
Smart. So going back to Easter,
Oh, yeah.
man.
Trina,
what were
good
some of the
morning.
highlights for you, babe? Like thinking back on the service, I got to say, I love this picture right here. Like I don't know if that one's been published yet, but I see that picture right there, and then I see this picture right here, y'all.
Hands raised.
So
Is that what you're
I started thinking about hands raised. Hands raised.
Amen.
Hands are raised for so many reasons. And I started
Yeah,
thinking about
that's
all the
true.
reasons. Like, of course, like at the end of the service, when people are being invited to receive Christ, we ask them to lift their hands so we know who they're praying with. But man, hands are raised in surrender. Hands are raised to say, hey, pray for me. Hands are raised and extended to say, yes, I
And a
will.
hug.
I will pray for you.
Yeah.
Hands are raised to say, hey, I need help. Hands are raised and extended to do the helping. I mean, we serve with our hands. We praise with our hands. We love with our hands. We greet with our hands. And I just started looking at these photos that were taken on Sunday. And I just thought to myself, my gosh, there were hundreds and hundreds of hands all throughout the room that were actually just like surrendering and loving and building and growing and stepping in to God's great call. Like Alyssa had some reflections on her Facebook that I read from Easter that were just absolutely like, there's just no question that there was something special about this Easter.
Yeah.
There was. And maybe it had to do with the fact that last Easter we were online and everybody was watching from home, but I don't know, something was unbelievable about it. And then like Dara's saying right here.
Your first Easter, heaven.
Yeah, but then people stepping up to serve and love. Yeah. I mean, we had triple digits again in kids. We haven't had triple digits in kids in a long time. And it was just, man, just the team and everybody. So, every single one of you that made it happen, man, so grateful. So grateful. Thank you. Thank you for making the Rock Church Easter weekend very, very special.
Yeah.
It kind of felt like, in a lot of ways, we're back, It totally did.
I think that so many times we walk, I know I do myself, I just kind of power through my day and power through my weeks.
Right.
And I think this Easter was one where everyone kind of knew there was just this invitation almost, from God to be like, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm so ready to pour out, to love.
Totally.
And I think all of us were like, we had the opportunity to go, let's really just pause. Let's just for real, be real and say, man, where am I at? I need to see somebody. I need to be encouraged. I need to be able to pour out encouragement.
Yeah. The amount of first time people that helped volunteer and engage was super inspiring. And then how blessed were we? Every volunteer that wanted one got a Snohomish pie from Snohomish Pie Company to take to their Easter feast.
So sweet.
I thought that was really cool.
Stand in line.
Didn't have to do that.
Building.
Yeah, they didn't have to do that. So,
good morning.
hey, I guess it's a new tagline: volunteer on Easter, get a free pie. I think we should go with it. I think we should run with it.
Heaven, she loves helping.
You were amazing.
She just started jumping in right away.
She did, totally.
She is a server. She brought, I know Plumman said that the kids' classroom was so, Heaven really, she just brings such a calm. And
Totally.
Smile.
Totally. I do want, in light of, y'all, in light of...
Oh, Dara,
in light of
over to introduce them to show The Chosen.
I heard
the second season's out, yesterday.
But in light of the message on Sunday. Okay, so
truth. You talked about.
We talked about truth on Sunday. We talked about. We talk about pro. I'll give you the 30-second synopsis. Y'all know that amateurs love it, but pros love it too. They just love it differently. The difference between an amateur and a pro in whatever it is, it could be you want to be a painter, or you want to be a writer, or you want to be an athlete, or you want to be an entrepreneur, whatever. The difference between an amateur and a pro is a pro makes it their work. And what we talked about on Sunday, we've been talking about the last 5-6 weeks with different Bible characters, but Paul, he was a pro when it came to the truth. Why? Because for Paul's whole life, he believed that he knew the truth. He had good intentions of knowing the truth. But in Acts chapter 9, he has this encounter with Jesus, and it transforms what is truth to him. Can you imagine living your whole life believing that you were following the truth and you had the best of intentions and you were fulfilling everything, only to have this encounter with Christ and absolutely truth changes completely? Exactly. Well, that's Paul. So Paul spends the rest of his days going pro with the truth, making the truth his work. And so I talked about this one time where he and Peter had to set the record straight, where Peter was adding some things to the gospel, was really challenging what the meaning of the good news was. And so Paul confronts him on it. So that was what the message was about. But then I got home, and I want to show you something. This is exactly why that message was irrelevant. Did you see Reverend Raphael Warnock's tweet on Easter Sunday that he since took down?
He took it down.
He's in the U.S. Senate. The meaning of Easter is more transcendent than the resurrection of Jesus, whether you are Christian or not. Through a commitment to helping others, we are able to save ourselves. This is a preacher talking, y'all.
What?
I'm telling you. This is why we have to go pro with the truth. I made this one statement. I'm like, let's get done with picking on people over their style or picking on people over their emphasis. You know, like Christians go at each other. That right there, though, y'all, that literally is a complete distortion of the gospel of Jesus Christ. Yeah. We cannot save ourselves. In Bible college, they call it total depravity. Yeah. We are incapable of loving one another enough to save ourselves. And that is obvious in our culture right now. That is the perfect example on an Easter Sunday of why I was talking about you and I need to go pro with the truth. We don't need to start a radio show and bash on some people are just not going to say it right. I'm not talking, that is not an example of not saying it right. That is an example of somebody trying to bring a schism into the message of the gospel of Jesus Christ. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Man, it is time for us as Christ followers. This is what I said on Sunday. It's time for us to start defending the gospel of Christ. Like corporations don't need us to defend them. The gospel needs us to defend the gospel. It's time for us to start defending those people that serve the Lord with all their heart, soul, mind, and strength and love God. Yeah. It's time to defend them, y'all, in this culture. Yeah. Listen, the sports leagues and the athletes and all, they do not need us to defend them or to make excuses for why they say or do or be or what. Listen, let's defend the gospel. Let's be the truth bearers and the truth seekers and literally make it our work. Go pro with understanding the truth. I was shocked, and I was absolutely shocked that somebody with their name Reverend could suggest that a commitment to helping others could save ourselves. We cannot save ourselves. What's up, Judd? How are you, man?
Yeah, and Sam jumped on, and it just reminded me. Sam is like the writer extraordinaire, master with words, how to say it, just beautiful. And I find that when I post something, I think about Sam. He's gonna see this, Yeah. But the thing is what Sam does is whether I say it right or wrong, or it's just like, what?
Come on.
He posts an encouragement every time he sees it. Yeah. And what so blesses me, because what happens when we don't encourage one another, when we don't have each other's back, when we encounter something that's not truth, our first response is not going to be, Lord, what do you want? How do I respond to this according to you? Our first response, if people don't have our backs, is, okay, what's my circle going to say about how I respond? And that is the enemy trying to mute God's people from just sharing the truth.
Yeah.
It's just little, it's small, but it's massive for me. I just so appreciate.
We have to cheer on and champion those that are sharing the truth right now. The truth of the gospel.
Good morning.
We have to champion them. We have to cheer them on.
Yeah.
Like I used in the message, we got to go divergent.
I do like that series.
We got a lot of people hate on that series. They do. I got online and I literally I read some stuff, and a lot of Christian people hate on it just because of kind of all all of the pop cultural references in it. But the reality is,
I guess I was just.
But the
looking at
reality is,
how ninja they were.
They were ninja.
Jumping off trains and buildings. I wasn't looking at the other stuff.
We want to be gospel ninjas.
I guess I gotta not rewatch
So great.
it.
I think I figured out what's causing this cough.
What is it?
Because I woke up without it, and I wake up without it every day, and then I go and I feed the horses. I think it's the hay that we have. I think the hay.
I thought you were going to say work. No, it's not work. I didn't
work.
think that.
I think it's the hay. I think it's the hay that we have, because like literally I fed the horses, y'all, right before this, and I got that congestion building up. So I'm gonna go take a Claritin and see if that knocks it down. Then I got it figured. It only took me a year and like 3 months, but I got it figured. All right, y'all. Hey, we're praying for you this morning. We're praying protection over your life, protection from anything meant to steal, kill, destroy, harm. Put a hedge of protection around your house, your kids, your family, your life. And then we're praying provision. Provision over your life. Provide friends, God. Provide relationships, God. Lord, I thank you, God, that you provide, God, all that we need, God. Resources, finances, jobs, deals, contracts, God. Opportunities, God. All of it, Father. Protect and provide, God, for our friends and family. In Jesus' name.
Yes. Okay, now remember, love your neighbor. And if you can't,
mind your own business, somebody.
All right,
Hey.
we love you. Have a great
Come on.
day.
All right, y'all.
Tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow.